I have no words. No words whatsoever. In Game 5, you expect they can bounce back in Game 6. In Game 6, you expect them to do something. Then you have one more chance in Game 7. It's awful. It's not fun. I'm not happy right now. Hello everybody, and welcome to another reaction video where today I'm going to be reacting to Game 7 between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens in Toronto, and the final matchup between these two in the Stanley Cup playoffs. As you know, in the playoffs, a Game 7 means win or you go home. And in this game, it decided who would move on to play the Winnipeg Jets in either Montreal versus Winnipeg or Toronto versus Winnipeg. As you know, the Montreal Canadiens were the worst team coming into this series, and they were able to come back down 3-1 and win against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who had about 45 wins around there. They had a 20-win advantage over them and were the favorites, overwhelming favorites, and they were unable to do that. Yeah, it's not fun, but I'm gonna be reacting to this. As you know, as I said in my last video, I want to try these where I'm doing it right after the game, and I'm going to be reacting, just sort of letting everything out, so to speak, about the game. So it started off with, just like last game, 0-0 coming out of the first. Nothing happened in the first, you know. Leafs started good, then the Canadiens bounced back. It was just shots, and nothing really happened. So there's nothing really I can say about the first period. The second period, however, changed. And it ended up happening was the Canadiens, they scored a goal with Brendan Gallagher on 5-on-5 and were able to use the momentum to score another goal a few minutes later, nearing the end of the second period, to make it 2-0. That was a terrible sign for me as a Leafs fan, because it just wasn't fun. Because, you know, you blew 2 games and now you have a chance to actually lose here, and you do. So 2 goals in the second period isn't anything good. Last game we were down 2-0, and then we were able to win, or to score 2 goals and then lose in overtime. But we were able to come back in the third period. But this one was not it. The third period ended up happening was nobody was able to score. We got a power play with to start the third period, but it didn't work out in anything. We got another power play. Didn't work out in anything, and we sucked. We were not good. We were unable to score. We were struggling, and next thing you know, we lost, and that was it. That was history, quote unquote. And it wasn't fun. So at this point throughout the game, you know, you have several chances, so many close chances, and with 5 minutes to go, you finally have to pull the goalie. You have to just get an advantage for the rest of the game, and you've got to somehow score a goal quickly. And right when that happens, about 30 seconds, 45 seconds later, the Canadiens score an empty net right there from their own side of the ice, and we're able to make it 3-0. As I said in my last video, sort of a prediction, I was saying that if the Leafs blew, or they lost a Game 6, they were not going to win a Game 7, and it's insane that it actually happened, how this team was unable to win 1 game out of the next 3 and was able to blow this. It's insane. Now I sort of know how the Warriors felt, because they had a 73-9 team in their finals, were 1 win away from winning the NBA finals, and just lost. Just 3 straight losses to LeBron and Kyrie. So I know this was on a far smaller scale, because ours was in the first round and theirs was in the finals, but still had the same effect. You know, you were so close, and you know you couldn't do it. And now our playoff or first round and out streak is extended to 18 years, not 17. Now through 2004 to 2021. I am just shocked. The Oilers were the second best team in our division and were swept But with them, you were down 3-0. You didn't have a lead in the series. You didn't have a chance to win, and then it was snatched. It was just couldn't play, and they lost. They were just were unable to win. But in this one, you had the advantage going in. You had a two game advantage over them, and you blew it. That's what's really frustrating about this. But yeah, they were able to score the empty net there, and at that point I stopped watching, and I knew that that was going to be game, as I just came back from watching the game again. The Leafs were able to score a goal and make it 3-1, but that was unable to do anything because the game was over at that point. Yeah, they made it 3-1, but were unable to get any closer, and they lost. So, as you know, I stopped watching at 3-0, so to see them score a goal isn't anything amazing. It's not fun. But as people say, you know, you get next year with this team. I have no hope for next year. I am unconfident because there's a few players that have a year of their deal, such as Foligno, who was traded from Columbus to Toronto for this playoff push that was a blown 3-1 lead. But yeah, I have no words for what happened. It just wasn't fun. The entire game, the first period was fine. It was a neutral game. You know, you had nothing to be mad or upset or happy about. But that second and third period, sad. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, as you know, the 3 games that we've lost, or the 2 games that we lost, blew up with views, including the one for Game 6. So I'm hoping that a compensation for this game would be for us to luckily, or for me, to have this video blow up. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. You know, it was a great run. I'm gonna try and do a reaction to round 2 sort of thing, because I know that we were the last series, if I'm not mistaken, to end, or the last series to finish in the first round. So I'm probably gonna try and keep up with it. I'm gonna try and do a reaction video on the NHL playoffs. When the NBA first round is done, I'm gonna do a reaction video on that. So I've got a lot of reaction stuff for these playoffs. But yeah, now my team doesn't have a place in it, probably deservingly, because after the 3-1 lead, I expect us to go into rebuild mode once again. Yeah, as you see, I'm not in a good mood, so I try to make it as analytical as possible, but it's a little difficult as my emotions are coming through. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you want, and I will see you in the next one. That's about it. See ya.